What is up, boys? This is the Average Man's Adventures, and today we're taking a look at this beautiful 1972 Chevrolet Corvette. Let's get into it. All right, to get started, we'll take a look at my favorite part of this year of Corvette, and that is the removable rear glass. If you're feeling a little crazy and want to hear the wind popping behind you, you can store the rear glass in this nifty little drop-down panel they got here. It slides right in and it's perfectly formed so it isn't flying around while you're driving. All right, next we'll come to the front of the car where you can see a steel bumper. 72 was the last year of these chrome bumpers in the front. And also a staple of Corvettes until the C6, pop-up headlights. This one's been converted to a system. It's just a little more reliable and the tubing won't go bad after a couple of years. But yeah, I think the C3s have a beautiful front, and especially back the steel bumpers. Now you may be thinking, that's not a 72, it's got side pipes. Well, this one has custom side pipes put in with the 1968 Corvette side pipe covers on it, and I think they look pretty good. It fits the body of the C3 very well. So taking a look at these wheels back here, we have the original 72 Corvette wheel covers and chromed beauty rings, and we're rocking Cooper Cobras as the rubber. All right, so in the rear you can see more of those steel chrome bumpers in the back, something you don't see anymore, antenna, and lastly the gas tank in the back. Another cool feature of these C3s. So there's not many places to store your T-tops, but luckily from the factory we got these fake vinyl T-top bags with these snap-on clips in the back. So there's one. And here's two. And you have to fight with the shoulder seatbelt strap and the seats themselves. But then once you get that out of there, come take a look and you can see there's a compartment for the battery in the back. There's a center compartment, and then finally a left side compartment that originally housed the jack and tool for taking off the lug nuts. So obviously this thing didn't come with much space. There's no rear trunk. The only way in here is crawling through this tight gap, and there's not much of it. So you can't really store much, but it's enough space for the rear window and the T-tops as I had it set up for. So this center rear compartment also has a keyhole that you're able to lock and unlock, and it has a little light in there. You can see mine's seen better days. It had a black felt, but it got some water in there and it peeled straight out. This button controls the light. And these are some aftermarket springs that help push this up. You can kind of see the sticker on it there. So you close that, locks in place. I also have a 72 Corvette manual. And let's take a look because it has something that I thought was really interesting written in it. So here in the maintenance section, we can see your engine oil each 60 days or 3,000 miles, whichever occurs first. Now that's very different than modern cars where it's telling you every 15,000 miles or more. So back then you really took more care of your car. Of course you're using conventional oil back then instead of synthetic. So it takes more frequent changes, but still, I don't know if I trust them when they say every 15,000 miles now when they used to say 3,000. Now this was originally a blue car with blue suede interior, but now as you can see, it's red with this beautiful black leather, and we're rocking leather on leather. Bare bones doors, only has a lock switch and a door handle. The old GM light switches where you can put in the parking lights or the headlights. And when you pull out the headlights, the headlamp light turns on. Push it back in to turn it off. So you can see right there the headlight coming up and going down. So we're also rocking a mechanical speedometer, a mechanical odometer, a parking brake light right there. Over here we're rocking an electrical fuel level gauge, water temp sensor, clock, oil pressure sensor, and the battery gauge. So I also upgraded this to have a retro sound Bluetooth radio so that it can connect to my phone or AM and FM. I'm like a tumble. On the other side, it's looking like more of the same. This nifty leather map pocket, which has springs so you can stretch it out. And then of course, this one has a retro air AC system. So it's got a cold AC. The cigarette lighter, of course, a little ashtray, a manual Muncie 4-speed, and then some electric windows to replace the old manual crank windows. Finishing off, we got the handbrake. Under the hood, we're powered by a small block Chevy 350. And as I said before, a Muncie 4-speed manual. It's got a 350 sticker, chrome air cleaner, power brake booster, master cylinder, alternator. This car has power steering, our retro air AC compressors on the other side. Alright, all that's left to do is to take it for a drive. So, first things first, safety's always first. Top of the line safety for 1972. It'll keep you safe in a car crash so you don't become sausage. Stop the emergency brake. Now, I'm sure in the 70s, this was top of its class in driving, suspension, steering, everything. But over 60 years later, I don't think it quite holds up like it used to. There's a little bit of play in the steering. I feel just about everything in the suspension, and still there's a lot of slop. But boy, is it fun to drive. Now, because it's a 4-speed, you lose out on a lot of the gearing that modern cars have. So, I also have a 2001 Corvette, and on that it's a 6-speed manual. You can go into second gear, and you can still get some use out of it, but in this car, second gear is basically first gear again. And then when you're in fourth gear, you'll probably be at about 3,500 RPM, going around 70 on the interstate. So you're not going to be doing too good with the gas bill. But I mean, just listen to that. In a car like this, you don't care what your gas bill is as long as you're driving this thing. Now it's getting pretty dark out, so I just pull this lever right here. headlights pop up. You just cannot beat that. The plaque on the car says 370 horsepower. I don't know if that's correct, but it doesn't really feel like it. I imagine it's making probably somewhere a little over 300. I don't know if you can see from the shot, but I'm also at 6'3", a little bit too big for this car. My head wants to stick out the roof. When the T-tops are on, every bump smashes my head a little bit. It's making the flat spot on my head a little bit bigger each time. But you know what? Even not fitting in this car, it is so much fun to drive. Now, I didn't hear this car with the rear exiting exhaust, but after hearing these side pipes, I don't think I want to. This car sounds amazing, runs amazing, drives amazing. Now, when driving, I don't really see too much of a purpose for this rear window being removable. But man, that doesn't take away from the coolness factor. I think it actually adds to it. The fact that you can put something like that on a car and do absolutely nothing for you, it just makes it so much cooler. It is a good combo with the T-tops though. Pop both off for a nice day like today. Now ultimately, this is a great car. I wish I was around in 1972 to see it off the production floor, be able to drive one. I bet it was top of the line, best in its class. Doesn't hold up too much for modern cars, but still is one of the best I've ever driven. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.